coming up. It's alive! A crazy shipment disguised as candy. It's all been intercepted by Border Patrol.
Also coming up, an influencer is getting attention for all the wrong reasons.
Finally, Netflix cancels one of its very own despite an Oscar nom.
Oh, this story just keeps getting worse and worse, and where Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English. Guess what, kids? This is Daily Flash. You did it. We got as a whole. There's sweet baby James taking care of the camera guys back there, keeping them all in line.
He's got his man bag on.
A man bag. What's in the man bag today?
Hey, you know what? We need to do that.
Find out what's in it today.
I got headphones.
Headphones.
That's it?
Did your mom bring those up?
No. I'm starving too. I know she's watching. We
What's
gotta tell
for
her I'm
breakfast?
starving, so we get breakfast every morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a whole bag for headphones?
Yeah, man. Hey, don't be jealous. He's jealous.
He's got a big head.
I just don't understand. A whole bag for headphones?
And right over there, it is Matt Doolittle.
Hey,
Matt! Hey, it's I think if you buy them by bulk, they're a lot cheaper, the razor blades.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to grow it out.
I know you. I like your beard.
So we both live by an airport, right?
Yeah, we do.
Do you ever get freaked when they go a little too low?
The helicopters, yes.
Yes, they freaked me out the other day because there were two of them like right next to each other that went way too low.
Ooh.
They can.
Freaked me out.
I would love to take a helicopter ride from this airport that's by Matt and our house, because they fly right on top of our house, and they have to see me, right?
Well, your wife flashes them.
I would be happy to do that if Channel 2 flies over my house that low again.
Ooh.
It's really loud.
Yeah.
But because they keep it at the station during the day, but then park it over
Have
there.
you ever thought about putting something on your rooftop, like a
think I
message
should.
to see if anybody notices, or like a website
great marketing.
or an Instagram?
Well, you
something
wanted to
or
win the
another? Or
Letterman
even a
sign and put
Venmo.
that up there.
I tried so hard for that, Maddie. It's like, well, nobody's going to be in this. David Letterman gave away his sign. I was like,
yes!
Me and Matt, I go, look, I've never paid for a contest, and I spent like $150 just to get in that, which it was all raising money for charities, but I didn't win it, but that would have been awesome. And then the lady that did win it just threw it out in the back of her barn or
Yeah,
something.
so it's just going to sit there and rot.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Have you guys heard about this parenting trend called gentle parenting?
Gentle parenting. It doesn't sound like, it sounds very passive.
So this lady said she was having trouble with her son. He was acting out. He kept hitting her and slapping her, and she was sort of struggling.
Whoa.
Yeah, she was struggling to figure out how to parent this kid. At 18 months, the kid was getting physically violent with her. So she got advice off of TikTok.
Which is the first place she should go. Exactly.
And she's been trying this whole gentle parenting thing. And she goes, I don't make my kid apologize, because if I do, it's fake and it's not coming from an honest place. And she says, instead of saying, don't do this, don't do that, she's giving him more commands like hands up, feet on the floor, stay there, that kind of thing. So this is her form of gentle parenting. She says it's working for her. For her.
Just having 5 kids and get to do my bonus son, getting to do it all over, much different with Enzo than I am with other. And first off, you're creating problems for us.
Yeah.
For the future.
Yes.
Hardest thing you could ever tell your kid is no. That's the hardest thing in the world. And it is. She's got a point about how you react to them.
Yeah.
There's a lot to that. But a much more effective thing is I'm not going to deal with you right now. I want you to kind of go over there and kind of think of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And come back with me and tell me what maybe how we could have done this better. I know it sounds like, that sounds so easy to do. But if they know that that's what they're going to get out of you, then they're going to stop doing it. Right, James?
My kid be like, hey, buddy, you next time keep your hands to yourself, okay? We're going to be all right. You learned your lesson today. There you go. Come on, go clean your room.
Now, I know that's not little man, because little man is bigger than me now. But
That's a little man.
I remember when you talk little man like that.
I have flashbacks from what my mom did, so hey.
Spare the rod, spoil the child.
You hit her? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because her argument is she doesn't believe in the timeouts anymore. She doesn't believe in the silent treatment or go think about what you did. Her whole thing is, well, how does that make you feel? And how do you think that makes the other kid feel?
I applaud that by all means. But if it's that young and hitting mom and dad,
yes,
they get that from
somewhere, right?
And they have to know they never are supposed to touch.
Right.
That's what they should be dealing with.
That ends as a Netflix docuseries by the end of that whole thing gets done.
Yeah. There's, and then there's different situations for everything. I can understand that, and I understand too why parents will just say, "I give up." But the second you give up, you're showing your kid you've given up on them.
Well, and I think too, kids need boundaries. Like even though some parents, this to me sounds like no boundaries.
Right.
But I think kids demand boundaries, and some parents are just afraid to do that for them.
And I'm at an age with Enzo where because I've done this 4 times before him. I can tell he's just testing to see how far he can push it. And right now is the time where you go, absolutely not. Quit asking. You ask anymore, you're going to lose more. And then they run in the room, slam the door, and they're back.
My thing is this: it goes back to what you said. Yes, boundaries. If you don't teach them boundaries now, guess who has great boundaries? The police.
Yes.
They have
That's a great point.
And they will lock them up without hesitation because you're teaching no respect for you, and they're not gonna have respect for the police at all.
Yeah.
So
that's a great point because I think there's no accountability or there's a lack of accountability, and I don't know if social media plays a part in that. I don't know if it's a parenting thing, but it's a combination of things. I think. Yeah.
And that's my theme in life is just take responsibility. We can move on beyond that. You know what? You're right. I'm not going to judge you otherwise unless you keep on doing it over and over and not trying to make any kind of change. That's your parenting advice for there today. Load you up for that at least. Let's move on to some trending news. This might kind of freak you out a little bit. There's been more than 3 dozen live beetles that were found hidden inside a shipment of Japanese candy. Check this out. 37 insects discovered inside of potato chips. You're looking at some video here. Chocolates, other snack foods, all during just an easy routine inspection. The cargo arrived at LA International Airport. It came in from Japan. That's when agents decided, let's take another look. Exotic insects, highly sought after by collectors, and many are actually sold in the U.S. illegally. The crawly contraband, likely worth about $1,500, as is what the agency said. The seized beetles, they were turned over to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, who will determine where to send them. They might be donated to a zoo or maybe a local insect collector, but they're trying to make sure that it winds up in the right place. And, what's scary is that they're like, let's just check this. Why not? And that's what they found, according to the reports.
How many of those got through that we don't know about? And here's the other thing, beetles like that, they're in Japan for a reason. We're not supposed to have them in the United States, right? I mean, there's a thing where we'll end up losing, bazillions of crops and animals and God only knows what because we've introduced this strange beetle to a foreign land.
Did you learn anything from Jurassic Park?
No, we did not.
None at all.
None.
And now there's a new one come out. When are they going to learn their lesson?
Never. Stop messing with them. Just kill them all.
Never preserve the amber. Just don't do it. Check this out. A beauty buff thought plumping up her pout with lip blushing tattoos sounded like a great idea. However, when the Gen Z's lips ballooned to 5 times their natural size, she realized she'd made a huge mistake. A lip blush tattoo involves injecting color with a special needle, but her reaction to the ink left her looking like a cartoon character.
You see pictures there.
Thankfully, the ink and swelling went down, and she was able to keep the mistake under wraps until her lips healed.
She needs allergies like me, because I get this about once a quarter. It's either my tongue, my cheek, my face, or something like that. But even still, where we're at in America, where we think you're putting something inside of your body, especially color, and now they're trying to get rid of. What is it? Red dye number?
Number 5.
Number 5, yeah. There's a joke there, but I'm gonna stop.
Okay, good. Thank you. I mean, she could be popular for a day.
Get quick OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans. Right.
I'm sorry, but that's grotesque.
That is. Now, obviously, she wanted to plump them up. That's pretty extreme. But she had to get to a point where she's like, no, I want them bigger than what's normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
did she think that she had to kind of go overboard for them to the swelling to come back down for her to have the right size?
Yeah. A little bit overboard.
Just a little bit. Who's my celebrity lookalike is what she says. And that's
Angelina Jolie. Is that who she's? Oh, the Mr. Potato Head?
Mr. Potato Head, right. That is Mr. Potato Head.
That is Mr. Potato Head, yes.
Monsters Inc.
Well, is that with 3 eyes?
I think she looks like the bizarre Jessica Rabbit.
Okay.
BBL.
If anybody gets that. Yeah.
And the BBL. Don't even get me started on that. I don't get it. I just don't understand what the point of that is.
And when are we going to learn? And the people that want it are going to wind up going down to Mexico or something to get it done. And then you say to the doctors, okay, when are you going to take responsibility of saying no? you don't need anymore.
Is this a doctor or a tattoo artist that did this?
Sounds like a tattoo artist.
And if they did, they should be ashamed of themselves because they basically ruined this woman. But I mean, she signed up for it, so I don't know what else to say.
Take the money and run.
That we do know that they went down, but they're putting red, that color red in there, which there's so much.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a KSA Cares coming up in just a few moments.
Yes.
Talking about cleaning up our food supply. Big deal. Jackson's going to be talking to Zen Honeycutt.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Time for some KSA Cares. Last month, U.S. regulators banned the use of a food dye called red dye number 3 from the nation's food supply. While this is a step in the right direction, the potential cancer risk of red dye number 3 has been known for more than 3 decades. Joining us now is Zen Honeycutt. She is the founder of the nonprofit Moms Across America, an organization that raises awareness about the toxins in our food supply. Zen, welcome back to Daily Flash.
Thank you, Andrea. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
So let's talk about the harmful effects of red dye number 3 and other food dyes, and what foods are they in?
Well, this really shouldn't be just about red food dye 3. We're glad the FDA banned it, although it won't take effect for 2 years. There are 7 other food dyes that we're very concerned about, particularly red food dye 40, yellow 5 and 6, blue lake 1 and 2, and there's 2 orange food dyes. These are synthetic food dyes that have been shown to either cause cancer in animals or hyperactivity. That is definitely not something that we need in our food, and all of them should be banned by the FDA right away.
Here's what I don't understand. They banned it in cosmetics, but why did the FDA wait so long to ban it in our food supply?
Well, simply it's industry pressure. The industry wanted to be able to use, meaning food manufacturers want to be able to use red food dye 3, and they kept pushing for it. And then people like Vani Hari and consumers and social media and many people like you spoke up about it. And frankly, the FDA said, okay, we've got to do something about it, especially when Bernie Sanders came down on him.
Yeah, tell us about your organization and what can consumers do to help make our food cleaner and safer?
Well, Moms Across America has been a nonprofit for over 12 years, focusing on the food supply and creating healthy communities. We empower and educate mothers and others with actions and solutions to create healthy communities. And you can get involved by going to momsacrossamerica.org. We have Monday night Moms Connect calls, and we are raising awareness about the toxins that are in our food supply. You can check out our recent results on Girl Scout cookies, of school lunches, fast food, baby formula. And when we expose what's in the food supply, which is frankly, we're doing a better job than the FDA because the FDA can't release the results that they do, like heavy metals in applesauce. And we're releasing the results to the American public to be able to give people a choice and to put industry pressure and regulatory pressure on our policymakers to make our food safer. So you can join us, you can donate, you can volunteer, you can share our information on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the different social media places, and help us to make America healthy again.
I think with the nomination of RFK for Health and Human Services, I think that's brought a lot of attention to exactly what's in our foods, along with your organization. What other contaminants in our food supply should be banned, in your opinion?
Well, we're thrilled about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as well. And the other contaminants that we're finding, we have tested hundreds of food samples. We have reviewed thousands of food samples from Canada, the United States, and other countries. And what we're finding is the most prevalent is glyphosate. That is the declared active chemical ingredient in Roundup. And that is being sprayed on our food supply to the tune of 280 million pounds a year. It's used not only as a weed killer on GMO crops that are engineered to withstand it, but it's also used as a drying agent just before harvest on crops like wheat and peas and beans, legumes, oats, any type of grain that is dried. And it does not wash, dry, or cook off in its entirety. So even though some crops are Roundup ready, we're not Roundup ready, and we're consuming glyphosate at very high levels, which is a carcinogen, an endocrine disruptor. It causes nervous system damage, kidney damage. It damages sperm. It's being found in sperm and in breast milk. It is a very hazardous this chemical that needs to be revoked immediately. This license needs to be revoked, or at least stop spraying it as a drying agent on crops like Europe has done. That's the most prevalent contaminant. Next are heavy metals, and they are very damaging, and we're looking at why that's happening. We think it's the manure, petroleum chemicals that are in pesticides. And then the second most prevalent pesticide is 2,4-D. And we found that in the second most highest level in gluten-free foods. And that chemical was found is part of Agent Orange, which has been shown to cause birth defects.
It's terrifying to think of what's in our food system, and you look at so many kids dealing with so many different health issues, and not just kids, but adults too. And it almost seems as though the health community and the pharmaceutical companies want to continue to keep people sick and in need of some sort of repair or remedy when it comes to these things. And it could be just as simple as taking a dye out or a pesticide out of our food supply. It's just, it amazes me that this has gone on for so long.
It's incredibly frustrating because we know these food manufacturers are making these same foods in Europe without these toxic chemicals. And other countries, for instance, Europe has banned the use of glyphosate as a drying agent. Why can't we do that here? Are our farmers any less capable? I would say not. They're just as ingenious and inventive and capable. And so these type of actions need to happen here right now. And all that's lacking is political will. But for the first time in history, a presidential candidate won based partially on health being one of the primary issues. So we're super excited for the future and for Kennedy to be the head of the HHS and to actually make some change and have some progress in this area. But it really does lie upon the American people to make healthier and safer choices. And you can start just by looking at the labels and not choosing foods that have food dyes in them, and choosing foods that are organic as much as possible to avoid things like glyphosate and 2,4-D.
Zen Honeycutt, great to see you again. Some terrific information, very important information. And thankfully, this conversation is getting louder by the day, which is going to be important and imperative for all of us. For more information on Zen and her organization, Moms Across America, you can go to momsacrossamerica.com. We will also have this full interview on our website, dailyflashshow.com. Extremely important stuff. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. Hey, it's Thursday. That means it's time for us to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony.
Thanks, Mitch. In selected theaters is the new animated film, Dog Man.
Green, red, green? Wait, aren't dogs colorblind?
What if we sew the dog's head onto the man's body?
Great idea!
Based on the popular children's book, Dog Man is half dog and half man, and sworn to protect and serve as he doggedly pursues the feline supervillain Petey the Cat. I chatted with Isla Fisher and Little Rel Howery, who lend their voices to the film.
Talk to me about the difference between doing an animated film and acting in front of a camera. Are there different muscles you use?
Absolutely. You're just you're more liberated. You can pull that face that you would be aware if you were playing like a leading lady in a love scene. You would want your sort of face to, I don't know, imbue certain traits that might be different. Anyway, you can just pull a face, wear your sweatpants, muck about, lie on the floor if your character does, bark like a dog if your character, whatever you want to do. It's like such a fun ride.
I had so much fun. I really did. Peter Hastings was so much fun to work with, and it was a lot. Like when I look at some of the footage of us like showing us in the booth, it was a lot of me laughing. I laughed a lot doing this.
Dog Man is a fun, colorful, and silly film that both children and adults will enjoy. A great film for an afternoon out on a Saturday. Again, Dog Man is playing in selected theaters and gets a B. It's rated PG. Streaming on Amazon Prime is the new wedding comedy, You're Cordially Invited. It stars Will Ferrell and Reese Witherspoon.
Oh no. We've double booked your weddings.
What?
Aren't you the wedding planner? You never even called this place?
I have social anxiety.
You get anxiety from dialing a phone?
I can do anything that doesn't require a phone call.
Listen, you're gonna have the greatest weekend of your lives.
My sweet little pumpkin's gonna have her special day, and no one's getting in the way of that.
When a hotel accidentally double books 2 weddings, an escalating battle of determination between the father of one bride and the sister of the other bride begins. I chatted with brides Geraldine Viswanathan and Meredith Hagner about the film.
I just think that it's like such an enjoyable ride, but also with a lot of heart and tenderness, and I think it might make you think about your family or weddings that you've been to. There's something in it for everyone, I think.
I mean, look, I want to watch this movie. I need these movies, right? Don't we all want to laugh and watch and feel and all of it? And this is just one of those kind of harkens to a simpler time. I don't know why I'm doing an Irish accent, but it's like a movie we all want to watch. I mean, I want more of these movies.
You're cordially invited is a funny, slapstick, and over-the-top comedy well worth your attention. If you're looking for a good time on movie night, check this one out. Again, it's streaming on Prime and gets a B. It's rated R. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
Hey, welcome to your Daily Digits today. Well, your first number today is a very pricey one. A violin listed at $11.25 million went on the auction block and sold. A rare violin sold for $11.25 million at Sotheby's auction in New York, falling short of the expected $12 to $18 million. Now, the record was $15.9 million, set by another violin called the Lady Blunt, sold in 2011. The Lady Blunt. That name sounds like that violin sure went up in smoke. Your next number today is 5. Well, get ready to meet Walt Disney World's newest star. Baxco is a 5-month-old Siberian tiger cub at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. He's the first tiger cub born at the park in 7 years. You know, he's cute and all, but it is Disney, so the cub's parents better be careful, if you know what I mean. Your next number today is 72, as in 1972, Nike is bringing back one of its most iconic sneakers, the 1972 Moon Shoe. It was originally designed by co-founder Bill Bowerman, known for its waffle pattern sole that looked like the moon prints. While the shoe was in auction in 2019 and sold for $437,000. The upcoming retro remake will debut just in time for the holidays. Now, if the next version of these were going to be the Boeing Starliners, but they had some delays getting them put together, if you know what I mean.
I would love to get a pair of those shoes. Actually, pretty cool. I'm surprised you don't even have a pair as of yet, all right? Hey, we got more Flash coming up around the corner here. You want to stick around for that. And by the way, you can always check out our website, dailyflashshow.com, on social media. We'll have more Flash coming up right after this. Stick around. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk.
Is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hey, everybody. How are you? I'm Mitch English.
Andrea Jackson, welcome.
We're so glad to have you here.
Yeah.
And we are going to set you up with all your trending topics and, of course, have some fun.
Thinking water's coming out of this and shoot me in the eye.
That would be actually cool. Maybe I should buy one like that. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be
I like
funny.
that idea. All right, Sri Lanka. We know that some countries, some third world countries, their energy, their power, like Cuba, it goes out a lot, right? Yeah. Well, Sri Lanka, the country there, actually has some huge problems with that. Mm-hmm. However, they had a nationwide blackout because of a monkey.
No.
Not surprised.
Not joking at all. So I love how they say it. It's the energy minister. So he said said that
fancy.
We had a primate that had contact with equipment that caused an imbalance in the power system and led to the blackout. So
can't imagine what happened to the primate.
It had to have fried. Yeah, we hear about stuff like that. One time, I remember I was broadcasting from somewhere. Matt, you can help me out this.
It was Gatlinburg. Yeah,
and a snake hit the transmitter and fried.
No, squirrels.
He said it was a squirrel or a snake.
Because the squirrels were nested in that satellite.
So then they get up there. We had, you know what, you're right. And it was a snake at a radio station that I worked at one time. There was a snake that went into our transmitter and it was completely fried. Well, this monkeys probably, they didn't report on the monkey. All they said was this monkey had gotten close to some equipment and apparently knocked it all out. And it's something the whole country had nationwide because of this one monkey. And of course, you know, the primates over there, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
I can understand that. But you would think, well, maybe we should make a box or something where a monkey couldn't get inside it.
Yeah.
Not the case in Sri Lanka.
Well, I recently saw they're trying to Sri Lanka. They're trying to rebuild Los Angeles, and prior to the big fires there, all the power lines were above ground. Well, the smart thing to do is to bury the power lines and put them below ground. What are they doing? Putting them back up above ground. Again. Yeah.
Wow. And they're ugly too.
And they're ugly, yes. And they're a huge
And there's so much things that are going underground in Vegas too, if you think about that.
Yeah, very true.
All right,
Netflix.
Yeah, it looks like execs at the streaming service might have been popping the champagne a little early ahead of their Oscar-nominated movie, Emilia Perez. However, previous social media posts from the lead actress, Carlos Sofia Gasson, have actually resurfaced, and they don't fall in line with the transgender storyline of the movie. Now, she attempted a very teary apology, but it doesn't seem to be really swaying the execs. At this point, she and the streamer are no longer on speaking terms. They canceled her subscription, which apparently she was paying the extra $4.99.
She was, wow.
Anyway, Netflix has also scrubbed the actors for most of the Emilia Perez promotional material as well. And people would say this in my career, when I first started, I was like, this is before the internet. It's like, that stuff can come back and haunt you. Thank God it hasn't.
Yeah.
But it is a great warning for what we're posting today for you that are going to get older. It's going to come back, right?
But I do think that there is something to be said for forgiveness. And this cancel culture thing is just out of control. I mean, I don't know the extent of these tweets that he posted back in the day, but look, we all make mistakes. So I think, to forgive is extremely
I wholeheartedly
important.
agree with that.
So, I mean, why cancel somebody and ruin their entire lives over some idiotic post they made 20 years ago?
And nobody, if anybody even watching this, if you could say you're the same person 20 years ago, I think you might have some issues.
Yeah, I think you're
good
right.
or bad,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
You have to change.
And I just think, the stupid stuff you say in college, you wouldn't say as an adult. I mean, and so I think you have to give people some grace.
But take ownership of it. Just say, you know what? Man, I should not have said that. I really don't feel that way anymore.
Right.
And
but then I think, too, if somebody says, I take ownership of it, I don't feel that way anymore, then accept that. Don't completely try and ruin it.
Yeah, let's ruin it. Make sure that they're never happy ever again.
I just don't get the
sort
point
of
of
happened
that.
with James Gunn that, Marvel kicked him out initially. He went and did DC stuff, but he apologized for these tweets he did for a magazine like 10, 15 years ago. They brought him back, but he was like, I'm bad. It was a different time and I was just trying to be extreme.
Right.
And that's trying to be extreme, trying to get noticed. And again, and that's why you got to tell your kids today that this is the thing.
Right.
What you're doing today will come back.
Exactly.
No matter what. And in some
good or bad.
Good or bad.
Yeah.
Good or bad. Actually, that's a really good idea. Hey, we're going to do some flash travel. AI. Don't be afraid of it. Actually travel with it. We'll explain when we return. It's air, land, and sea. It's time for a little flash travel. Everything that we do today, it seems to go the way of, AI. We keep hearing more and more of it. And that means the world of travel, we have to have its share of helpfulness too when it comes to artificial intelligence, right? AI-powered travel planning actually utilizes artificial intelligence to deliver personalized recommendations for destinations, accommodations, activities, and itineraries. And through travel apps and even chatbots, it will simplify the research process, which helps you find the best options based on your preferences and even your budget. Think this is something new? Well, a recent survey found that over 1/3 of travelers now use AI for trip planning. And as we all know, actually, that it can be very exciting, but also very overwhelming. Fortunately, we here at Flash Travel have some straightforward tips to enhance your travel planning using AI. First off, how about a little help? AI-powered chatbots like ChatGPT can actually assist in narrowing down potential vacation spots. You can receive tailored suggestions by providing specific details, things like your desired climate activities, the travel dates as well. For instance, asking for something like, quote, destinations with warm climates, child-friendly beaches, and vibrant nightlife in July, it can give you some pretty relevant options. But as always, verify those recommendations to ensure that they meet your expectations, because after all, AI isn't perfect yet. Well, once you've actually selected a destination, AI can help you design daily plans by specifying interests like historical sites, local cuisine, and outdoor adventures. You can receive customized itineraries. For example, requesting a day trip itinerary from Florence through the countryside, including medieval villages and a winery visit. Well, that actually can provide a very structured plan. And remember, you got to cross-check these suggestions as well with reliable sources and always confirm their accuracy. Tools like Google's immersive new view in Maps actually offers a 3D experience of certain locations and allows you to preview areas before you even visit there. This feature actually can help you understand the layout, anticipate traffic conditions, and even check the weather forecast for those specific times. It's really cool. They have a time lapse that you can see what it looks like. Very valuable resource for planning routes and also setting realistic expectations. Now, while AI tools are powerful aids in vacation planning, it's essential to use them as part of a broader research strategy. Always, and I'm going to keep on saying this, cross-reference AI-generated suggestions with up-to-date information, all to ensure a smooth and enjoyable travel experience. Finally, listen, if money is not your main concern and you want a site that does it all for you, check this out. It's called Vacay. I found it. Vacay revolutionized travel planning with very personalized precision. You can enjoy tailor-made itineraries designed to match your preferences. It's all driven by cutting-edge semantic search. So you see, AI actually really isn't something to be afraid of. In fact, it can be extremely, if not incredibly, helpful. The simple prompts can give you and give back a great vacations with some great ideas. Remember, it's important to put in some of your mind, some leeway when it comes to scheduling too. Things happen on trips, and you'll always have to remember not to give yourself a very rigid schedule. In fact, it might be a good idea to simply ask the AI chatbot to factor in some downtime or some padding for some trip. Well, we want to know, how do you use AI in your travels? Know of a good app? We'd love to travel the world with you. So why not join us by commenting on our Facebook page? Just look for Flash Travel TV on Facebook and leave your comment. Even faster way is just to go to flashtraveltv.com and it'll take you directly there. Air, land, and sea, we got it all right here on Daily Flash. And we also, of course, have got some great movies coming up here. We're going to be watching our must-watch movies coming up right after this. Stick around. You're watching Daily Flash.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Recent data reveals 50% of vacation time goes unused each year as employees try to manage daily duties. Here's more on how to make the most of your time off.
There are a number of factors that are keeping us from taking our vacation time in 2025. Workload pressure, job security, company culture. We're saving that time for an emergency. Recent data shows that a lot of time is going unused, which equates to billions of lost time that could be used to recharge and connect with loved ones. We're in a work-life culture, and so we struggle with taking time off. So Choice Hotels, the company that has Radisson, Cambria, Comfort, Country Inn & Suites, and 18 other brands, is helping us to maximize our time off. Choice Hotel partnered with writer-actor Keegan-Michael Key to launch Choice Hotels' TimeOffToolbox.com, which is filled with helpful tips, tricks, tools, resources to help us to take that time off, ask for a time off, and to maximize it while we are taking time off. For those listening or watching, you can find additional information by visiting Choice Hotels timeofftoolbox.com.
Hey, are you looking to upgrade your TV show and movie viewing experience? Well, we got something you really should check out. Watch.
Are you in the market for a new TV or home entertainment system?
Dolby unlocks the power of sight and sound to create awe-inspiring experiences. Dolby Vision reveals more details through incredible brightness, lifelike colors, sharp contrast, and richer detail. Dolby Atmos delivers an immersive, multi-dimensional sound experience that you can feel all around you.
Visit Dolby.com/home to learn more, and be sure to look for the Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos logos when shopping for a new entertainment device.
Dr. Stephanie Redmond joins us now. She has more on natural prescription-free supplements for hormone and metabolic health. Good morning, Dr. Stephanie.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. You know, GLP-1 as a hormone target has been a breakthrough in the weight loss industry. We have some incredible research about how this gut hormone is crucial in regulating body weight. So what does GLP-1 do? When you eat food, your intestinal cells make GLP-1 as a signal to our brain and body that we're full, to stop eating and to stop being hungry. Our body's ability to make GLP-1 can naturally decline as you get older or be impacted even at a young age by our environment full of processed foods and exposure to chemicals, leaving us feeling hungrier than we were designed to feel. My background is I'm a doctor of pharmacy, board certified in advanced diabetes management, and the founder of Dr. Stephanie Supplements. And I am so excited to share with you today my new product, GLP Wonder. Unlike a medication that gives your body high amounts of synthetic GLP-1 hormone, GLP Wonder is a natural formula with ingredients that are clinically proven to help your body make more of its own natural GLP-1. Take one simple little capsule every day to reduce cravings, suppress your appetite, and feel more full and satisfied when you do eat, so you find yourself eating less and find it easier to make healthier food choices. We are seeing GLP-1 is key in optimizing metabolic health, weight, blood sugar, heart health, brain health, and more. I designed GLP Wonder to be a natural and gentle way to boost GLP-1 without side effects. You can learn more or purchase GLP Wonder and my blood sugar support products at drstephanies.com. And today only you can use promo code TV25 for 25% off site-wide. Again, that's TV25 at drstephanies.com. You can also find GLP Wonder in stores at Walmart, and all of my products are nationwide in Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens. You can look for them near the pharmacy.
You know, for many people, the new year is all about setting healthier goals. One trend gaining some traction right now is going dairy-free, but here's what you need to know before you kick that off.
As consumers explore new food trends and healthy alternatives, dairy-free products are gaining popularity. A recent survey by Kite Hill found 68% of U.S. adults are considering dairy-free products this year. Here's holistic private chef and recipe developer Jane Olivia with more.
I'm inviting everyone to join Dairy Free February with me, a flexible challenge all about giving dairy-free products a try. When it comes to cooking healthy, delicious recipes, dairy-free products like Kite Hill plain Greek yogurt are great additions.
The survey found that half of U.S. adults regularly buy dairy-free products, citing health benefits and taste as top motivators.
Trying dairy-free doesn't mean you're sacrificing taste or texture. Kite Hill has a great lineup of high-protein, low-sugar, and Whole30 exclusively approved dairy-free products, all made with great-tasting, high-quality ingredients. You'll be pleasantly surprised by how easy it is to incorporate dairy-free products into your routine and create delicious meals.
To learn more, visit kite-hill.com.
The focus early on in the new year is usually improving our physical health, but our brain health needs attention too. Here's Dr. Suzanne Solomon with tips to keep our mind and memory sharp.
Thank you so much for having me. So for starters, I would say get enough sleep. You want to aim for about 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. And next, a brain healthy diet is important. Plenty of fruits such as berries, vegetables, leafy greens, healthy fats like avocado, fish, or nuts, and really limit your processed food, especially sugary drinks, your fast food, processed snacks, all of that. Next up is exercise. I always recommend moving your body because you love yourself, not because you have to. Movement is key. Also, you want to keep your stress at bay. You can manage your stress with meditation, deep breathing, exercise, yoga, any hobbies or activities you have. And I always recommend a good supplement. Nariva is a favorite of mine. And unlike some supplements such as Prevagen, which said it improved memory, but they couldn't support the claim, Nariva Plus actually supports up to 6 brain health indicators, including memory when taken regularly. Plus, you can find Nariva right over the counter. I also recommend cognitive stimulation such as reading, puzzles, learning a language, playing an instrument, or taking a class. Social activities that include conversing with others are important as well. And always remember, do not smoke and limit your alcohol. And that certain medications can also impact your cognition negatively. For more information, please visit nariva.com.
All right, we have got more Flash coming up right around the corner, but we always are open at dailyflashshow.com.
24/7, 365.
Go check it out right now, matter of fact. All right, we'll be back right after this quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Time for some must-watch movies. An old-school car wash show. And we're shocked when his son returns home after 17 years as a totally different person.
Okay.
This is today's must-watch movie, Prime Series, Clean Slate.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Fancy Lady. Just reliving a good time right now. My son's coming in a minute.
Dad, I'm your daughter, Desiree. I've always been Desiree.
We haven't spoken in a while.
How long?
23 years.
What happened? This place looks exactly the same.
Well, you know what they say. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Ooh, that's broke. I gotta fix it.
We have a very special surprise guest. She ran a very fancy art gallery in New York City. That's where Taylor Swift buys sunglasses.
So what happened up there? I arranged for gallery space, and then my funding fell through.
Your bus broke.
And your lip with your mama broke.
Oh, she brought jokes with her from New York.
I ain't perfect and I don't pretend to know it all. But Desiree coming back and opening up like that was a major step.
Oh my God.
What?
We're in your living room, girl. You done took the plastic off the furniture? Are you crazy?
How about I crash with you?
It ain't crashing when you're home.
I'm totally gonna have to redecorate. Don't gaslight me, Dad.
I wouldn't do that because I don't know what that is. To my daughter.
To our daughter.
Can I get your number?
Hard pass.
I wasn't asking you out. Just thought I might need to get in touch.
It's time to declutter. We can start by replacing that eyesore on the wall.
This is my prized possession, and it ain't going nowhere, son. Daughter, damn it!
Jar. I'm gonna retire off this.
All right, there you go.
Very cool stuff here, and of course, all kinds of viewings. This is a series to be able to check out. It's so neat that we have at least streaming to where you can dedicate maybe a weekend or 6 weeks to watch something.
It's true. We get spoiled when we get to
we want
binge
you to be
watch
dedicated to watch us, all right?
Yes. Be good, everybody.
Bye.